Rollkur originally started as a training technique. Originally the term was low, deep, and round, whereby the rider pulls the horse into hyperflexion, bringing the head and neck low and deep, the nose deeper, kind of toward the chest, bringing the head behind the vertical, giving the appearance from the withers forward, at least, of the body being round. Again, low, deep, and round. Now, there was a detractor of this technique that dubbed it Rollkur. Now, Rollkur was a medieval German term for the techniques used to help a patient with a stomach upset, where they would have the patient lie in a certain position with their head and neck in hyperflexion on their side, on their back, flipping to the other side. And that kind of gives you an idea of what this low, deep, and round idea is with the horses. And again, that's where it got the term Rollkur, was by a detractor of that technique. I've started to refer to psychological Rollkur for what we more commonly see in the Western horses, Western performance horses, particularly Western pleasure horses, whereby the horse is brought into this low, deep, and round frame without the constant pulling of the reins. It's more of a kind of a snatching and jabbing on the reins. If you watch the warm-up pen at a lot of Western performance shows, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to pick on any discipline individually, just calling out the reality of what's going on. The horses psychologically are being put into this Rollkur through a fear of the rider's hands, through an evasion of the bit and the snatching that we see happening in the reins to the horse's mouth. When we see these horses ridden in Rollkur, either the pulling Rollkur or the psychological Rollkur, where they're evading the rider's hand, we see them bringing the head and neck down low, putting their weight onto the forehand. This is shortening the stride of their hind legs, which is putting them even more on the forehand. This long-term being on the forehand has been shown to cause navicular syndrome. It's been shown to cause other front-end lamenesses, back sorenesses, things like that. So just this idea of riding the horse in this way causes problems from the front end to the back end in reality. We also see challenges with the horse's limited field of vision. We see problems with the horse's compensated balance. And we'll also, in some cases, see problems with the breathing of the horse because of the way that we're bringing the horses behind the vertical, tucking the nose. Sometimes you see these horses going around with their noses to their chest, and that's limiting, limiting the throat, limiting their neck, limiting their breathing. Leading veterinarians and equine biomechanics experts around the globe have told us and proven to us that these ideas of Rollkur and psychological Rollkur are physically damaging to our horse. What other reason do you need to stay away from that stuff? In this day and age, we are so much smarter than we've ever been about the horse's biomechanics, about anatomy, about psychology and the training of the horse. We've shown that Rollkur and psychological Rollkur causes long-term problems in these horses. How do we avoid these long-term problems? Just stay away from the idea of bringing that horse low, deep, round, off the bridle or into the contact. Keep him off the forehand. Avoid these ideas that have become dubbed Rollkur or psychological Rollkur. Your horse will thank you for it.